Today's channeled message has to do with coping and creativity. We are now in a time where we are running on fumes. We are trying to pay our bills. We are trying to make sense of where we are headed in our lives. And as new events come up in the world and politics come into our field of vision and conversations are had between friends and partners, we find ourselves truly in survival mode. We are coping. We are coping with our circumstances. We are coping with our interactions, and we're coping with our inner feelings in the best way that we know how. And we are doing our best, truthfully. We really are. And I know that when I go out into the world, I know that even when someone is not behaving kindly, they really are doing their best. But how do we move out of that? How do we move out of coping? How do we move out of survival? And I think it starts with creativity. Creativity can be placed into a box. A lot of us can think of it as crayons and coloring and designing something off of Pinterest, or we're using our skills that, oh, I'm not that creative, I'm not that thoughtful, I'm not that, I think we put up our own blocks, our own walls around ourselves, around what creativity means. And when we can get more in touch with and more in tune with what we individually want to create and tap into that, we move out of coping and into creating. And the way to do that is to tap into the thing that you do every year around this time. Spring starts, equinox was the other day. As we move into this new season, we do a variety of things. We spring clean, we donate clothes, we freshen our gardens, getting ready for planting season. We change the decorations in our home. Sometimes we change our wardrobes to match the weather. We adapt to the season that is in front of us. And as we move into this new season, how can you get creative with yourself? Something you can create. What is it that you love to do? Or maybe you don't know, and this is the time to look into that. Go take that pottery class you've thought of, or the stand-up comedy night, and sign yourself up and see where your skills take you. Seriously, take a look at, as we move into this new season, what can you create for yourself? And as you start to participate in those things, and as you start to open yourself up into new creation that comes from within you, you are going to find that you slowly come out of coping into thriving. And there's nothing else like it. There is nothing like the feeling of thriving. But you need to adapt your creativity just as we do in our seasons. So as we move into spring, the message here now is to go from coping into creating. If you would like to have a personal one-on-one reading with me, go ahead and click the link down below, and I would love to work with you and find out what it is that you will be creating this next season.